In the first week of February 2026, while the world was distracted by the headlines, 3 million pages of the most dangerous documents in modern history were quietly unsealed. They're being called the Epstein NZ files, and they've just confirmed what locals in the South Island have whispered for years. New Zealand isn't just a vacation spot for the Silicon Valley elite, it's their insurance policy. But as of 2026, the policy has changed. A 7-year ban on foreign buyers has just been overturned, and the doors to the world's most expensive lifeboat are officially open. Today, we're going behind the gates of the South Island, from Peter Thiel's 12-day citizenship scandal to the island managers found hiding in Dunedin. This is the truth about the New Zealand escape hatch. For 7 years, New Zealand was a fortress. If you weren't a resident, you couldn't buy land. It was a victory for local housing until the economy shifted. In early 2026, the government passed a quiet amendment to the Overseas Investment Act. The price of entry? $5 million. Under the new Active Investor Plus program, the global 0.1% can now bypass the ban, provided they spend over $5 million on a single residential property. But here's the controversial part. These aren't just homes. The legislation allows for construction costs to be included in that $5 million. That means you can buy a plot of dirt and spend millions on what's underneath it, all with the government's blessing. Why the sudden change? Because in 2026, New Zealand is desperate for active capital. But at what cost to the nation's soul? You can't talk about New Zealand luxury without talking about the sovereign individual, Peter Thiel. In 2011, he was granted citizenship after spending just 12 days in the country. In 2026, the calls to revoke that passport have reached a fever pitch. Thiel's philosophy is simple. The nation-state is a failing business. He and others like Sam Altman view New Zealand as a neutral server where they can host their lives if the mainframe, the US and Europe, crashes. But Thiel's attempts to build his dream fortress in Wanaka were blocked by environmentalists who said his bunker lodge would destroy the landscape. But Thiel was just the pioneer. Today, the South Island is dotted with earth-sheltered homes. To a hiker, they look like a hill. To the owner, they are EMP-shielded, self-sustaining habitats with an independent water filtration and enough Wagyu beef in cold storage to last a decade. This is where the luxury gets dark. In the February 2026 document dump, investigators found a shocking link. Bryce and Karen Gordon, the couple who managed Epstein's private island for years, have deep historical roots right here in New Zealand. The Gordons reportedly managed Epstein's Zorro Ranch and his infamous Caribbean retreat. In 2026, property records revealed they held interests in Queenstown and Dunedin. While the Gordons haven't been charged with a crime, their presence in the New Zealand real estate web has ignited a massive debate. Is the South Island becoming a sanctuary for those who want to disappear from international law? When you buy Door Lux in New Zealand, you aren't just buying a view of Lake Wakapu. You're buying a jurisdiction that is geographically harder to reach than almost anywhere on Earth. So what does a $50 million escape hatch look like? In 2026, the trend is invisible luxury. Architects are now using military-grade stealth materials to minimize the thermal signature of these homes. If a drone flies over, it sees nothing but sheep and tussock. They feature hospital-grade air filtration, geothermal power grids, and digital twin security systems that allow the owner to monitor the property from a penthouse in Manhattan. But critics call these expensive tombs. As one local politician put it this month, a bunker is just a place to wait for your generator to run out of diesel. The New Zealand lifeboat is no longer a conspiracy theory. It is a multi-billion-dollar real estate market fueled by the anxieties of the men who built the world we live in. If the people with the most information are the ones most desperate to leave, what does that tell you about the future? Is it a fortress or is it a prison? Let us know in the comments. If you had $50 million, would you spend it on a mountain in New Zealand, or would you stay to fix the world you helped create? For more looks behind the world's most controversial gates, subscribe to Door Lux. The vault is always open for those who know where to look.